Hi guys, and happy Monday. Today is Monday, January 2nd, 2023. So I'm not sure how much I've got on lately. I've been doing a lot of organization in my craft room, which happens every year. I can finally see my floor again. And as I've been cleaning up and organizing and putting things away, I thought, oh, I might as well show you what I do at the beginning of the year to get ready for the new year. So I'm going to show you making bags today with Texture Chic. This is from the annual catalog. It's one of my favorites. I silently hoard all this paper because I don't want to give it up. But the one sides, if you can see, have like the gold foil look. And then the back sides, you have like winter, spring, fall, summerish, because like here's the seashells and all that. So it's just a wonderful paper. So I've been doing a lot of bags, like I was saying, just to hold different things. Like I take cards, because I'll usually set the cards after I've done my Watch It Wednesday, Finish It Friday segments. You know, I have like 4 or 5 cards that I show examples of at that point. So I put them off to the side here, and they sit there. So I make little bags at the end of the year so that I can go ahead and store them all. Okay, so what we have here, and let me make sure of this size. So this is a 12 by 8 sheet. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to cut it into 6 by 8. And then I am going to go ahead and I am going to score now on these. And you have to be very gentle. If you're using this, if you're using your trimmer to score, you have to be very careful not to push too hard. If you're using your scoreboard, your Stampin' Score, it's not as bad. So what you're going to do is you're going to make the U of the bag. The bag's going to be this way. I mean, I could make it this way, but I don't like I like tall bags versus short and squatty bags. So the U is going to be the same measurements, and the top is going to be your band. So you want to figure out how you want to do that. Now, since this is 6 inches, and we know that a card is, if you're putting it in at the shortest, is 4 1/4. So you don't want to go more than, you know, you want to be able to have 4 1/4 left, I guess is what I'm saying. So since this is 6 inches, you don't want to go more than an inch in on each side. Because if you go an inch in, it's going to be 4. So you want to go, we're going to go 3/4 on the U sides. So we're going to go 3/4. Wait, did I do 3/4 or did I have? Yeah, I did 3/4. I had to think about that. 3/4 and 3/4. And what I physically tell myself when I'm scoring on this designer series paper is I'm using my fingers and I'm not pushing down, because then that might be too hard. So I have 3/4 there, and I'm going to do an inch on the top, because then that's going to leave me at least 5 1/2, if not more. Okay. You're going to score on all 4 sides. I'm sorry, fold. You've already scored on all 4 sides. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to come back here and do the same. So again, remember, this was an inch at the top. And this is where you want to see if you have directional paper. You want to make sure that it's the same. So we're going to go an inch on top, and then 3/4 on the U. Ooh, I almost did that too heavy-handed. All right. And again, you're going to fold on all of those sides. Is that one? Did I do that one at 3/4? Yeah, I did. It just looks a little shorter. Okay. So now you're going to decide what side do you want the bag to be. I'm going to actually wanting it to be, now I'm going to do it this way. So this is going to be my border, my flap. So I like using tear and tape. This is on that top side, remember? And I'm going to fold that down. That's my top side. Here we're going to go to that big top side again. And we're going to fold it down. So depending on how thick you actually want your bag to be, you can do any size. It just has to be two sizes the same, two sheets the same size. And then you want to make sure that you at least are as big as the area you want to cover. Okay, so now on this, let me get my snips. On one of these, you're going to cut off the corners down here. Sorry, don't know if you can see that very good. I'm going along the score lines. Okay. And fold it back. You already have that reinforcement there, so that makes it nice and sturdy. All right, so then on the second one, you are just going to cut slits in. Just a slit into there. Some people like doing a little bit of a, like making a sliver so it folds better. I don't find any problems with it, so I'm just leaving it this way. All right, so now we're going to start putting our bag together. So this section, let me show you. You can see how you're getting your pieces here now. Here's your front of your bag, here's your back of your bag. All right, so what I like to do is put tear and tape on the bottom of this long flap that you left out, that was left after you cut out those squares. Okay, and you're going to go ahead, and it's going to be hard for you to see, but you're going to go right up to that edge, not push down yet, get it lined up, and then push down. Okay, bring these two flaps folded in, and now you're going to go ahead and put, I always forget where my edge is. There it is. If I laid it down correctly, I would remember. This is just going to be a little piece here, and a little piece there. Sorry, I have to have an angle here. All right, so, and then you're going to bring this up, and you want to make sure that this is pretty flat to the bottom. You don't want to have a rocky bag. So I'm making sure that this is flat on the bottom, and I'm pushing that in. Okay, so now depending on where you want the fold to be, to me it doesn't really matter if I put it on here or here. I usually find it easier to lay the tape down here. I like having it on the piece that has the fold over flap. I just think it gives it more support, but you may want to do it on the different side. All right, so let's take those off. And now you're going to come fold it up. What I like to do is I like to stand the bag up like this, and then I like to make sure that my top is lined up. And then I'm going to push down. This is where sometimes I use my take your pick tool. All right, and again here. I'm going to make sure that it looks pretty solid at the bottom. It's lined up at the top there. And then I'm going to push down. And there you are. There is your bag. Then I take a little hole punch and I'll go ahead and I'll punch here and put ribbon on. All right, let me see something right there. I was getting a notification on my tablet. All right, so there you are. And like I said, however long you make your sides is going to be how wide it is. But now you can see, like, here's the cards. And maybe I'll make one for, be proactive, make one for 2023. Like, here's the card we did the other day. See, I can put it straight in there. And then set it over here to the side. And no, that's all the cards I did this year. I'll have to make it a little wider for my Watch It Wednesday, Finish It Fridays. This can just be, the thinner one can be for just my regular Saturday, Sunday videos. Okay, let me show you a couple others I did. Here's this one. This one I actually did, let me see what, so these was an inch. So this would have been 8 by 8. So I started off 8 by 8 and I scored an inch on all sides for the band and for the sides. So this was an 8 by 8 and I went in at an inch. These are a little bit bigger. These hold, when I take classes online, I'll go ahead and put them in there. So this was actually a 12 by 12 and I did 2 inches down and then I did 3 inches wide. And the reason I did it that big is that this is the class I did for the winter, or I attended. So by the time you get the products in there, the card examples and all that, and the printouts, it's pretty wide. So this again was the 12 by 12 with a 2-inch top and 3-inch sides. And then here's one. This is using a 6 by 6 paper. Oh my gosh, I'm getting another notification. Sorry. This was using 6 by 6. You can recognize this Marblicious. That was a celebration item. What was it? Was it last year at this time? So this was a 6 by 6, and I went on this. I did 3/4 for the U measurement, and I did 1 inch for the top. So 1 inch across the top, and then 3/4 all the way around. And I don't have my ribbon on there yet, but it's coming. All right, guys. Have a great day. Have a safe new year. And I'll see you in a couple days for Watch It Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Bye.